Greetings, brave souls wandering the shadowy labyrinth of human deception. Welcome to the dark theater where the puppeteers pull strings with the finesse of a spider weaving its web, delicately, meticulously, and with the subtlety of a sledgehammer. Today, we delve into the sinister art of Machiavellian dark psychology and the twisted tactics of manipulators. Those charming snakes hiding behind a charming smile, whispering sweet poison into your ear. If you've ever felt like a pawn in a game you didn't even realize was being played, if your confidence has been siphoned like a cheap gas station siphon, then this video is your manual for unmasking and dismantling these puppeteers without ever giving them the satisfaction of a fight. Because, my dear victim, true power lies in the art of destruction without a single blow, an elegant annihilation that leaves them stumbling in the rubble of their own lies. Now, let's set the stage. Imagine a master illusionist, a conjurer of chaos dressed in a tuxedo of charm and deceit. They whisper sweet nothings, but behind that velvet curtain lies a knife, ready to carve out your sense of worth and replace it with doubt. They are the Picasso of psychological manipulation, painting a portrait of you as a helpless victim, while secretly sharpening their knives behind your back. The beauty of their craft. They make you question reality, twist your perceptions, and make you believe that your suffering is a result of your own flaws. They serve up guilt and shame like a Michelin-starred chef presents a delicacy, but in reality, it's a toxic dish meant to keep you compliant. The goal? To keep you on a leash, dancing to their tune, while they sit back in the shadows, reveling in their invisible control. But here's the irony. These manipulators, these dark artists, are nothing more than magicians who rely on your trust, your naivety, and your willingness to play along. Their greatest trick? Making you believe you're the one in control. Oh, how deliciously cruel. They craft narratives that make you doubt your sanity, gaslighting you into a corner where your reality becomes a Rubik's Cube with missing colors. They whisper, "It's all in your head," while they pull the strings like a puppeteer with a twisted sense of humor. They thrive on your confusion, your self-doubt, your fractured confidence, like a parasite feeding on your insecurities while smiling at your obliviousness. Manipulators are everywhere, cloaked in charm but hiding their real agenda. If you've ever been caught in their web, hit that like button, subscribe for more dark psychology insights, and share your story below. Together, we can uncover their tricks and protect ourselves. Now, if you're lucky enough to realize you're in their theater of deception, the first step is recognizing the act. The most brilliant manipulators are the ones who make you feel like you're the crazy one, the oddball, the one with the messy hair and the missing socks. They're the masters of projection, accusing you of what they themselves are guilty of. If they accuse you of being manipulative, it's probably because they're the ones doing the manipulating. If they gaslight you into thinking you're overly sensitive, it's because they're sensitive about their own exposed weaknesses, hidden behind a mask of indifference. They are the illusionists who turn your reality into a kaleidoscope of confusion, and you're the one holding the kaleidoscope trying to make sense of the chaos. So, how do you challenge these dark sorcerers without giving them the power they crave? How do you unmask them, expose their tricks, and destroy their influence? The answer is simple, yet profoundly difficult. You do it with cold, calculated indifference and a dash of ruthless sarcasm. You refuse to play their game by their rules. You become the silent assassin of their psychological empire. First, You need to recognize their tactics. They thrive on your emotional reactions, your anger, your hurt, your desperation. When you respond emotionally, you're handing them the keys to your mind on a silver platter. Instead, learn the art of emotional detachment. Be the stone in a creek bed, unmovable and unshaken. When they throw accusations or guilt trips, simply stare at them with the blank gaze of a dead fish and say nothing. Silence is the most powerful weapon, like a guillotine waiting to drop when they least expect it. Next, you must cut off their supply of attention and validation. Manipulators feed on your approval, your sympathy, your fear. Starve them. Withdraw your energy like a vampire who just realized the blood bank is closed. Do not argue, do not explain, do not justify. They want your words because words are their weapons. Instead, respond with minimalism, short, sharp, and emotionally neutral. When they call you names or insult you, respond with a shrug and a smile that says, "Nice try, but I'm immune to your poison." Unmasking them requires a keen eye for their patterns. They love to flip the script, turning your truths into lies and vice versa. They are the masters of the smoke and mirrors illusion. When they accuse you of something, turn it around with satire. "Oh yes, I'm the master manipulator. I should get an Oscar for my performance." Watch as they stumble, because the moment you expose their tactics with sarcasm, you strip them of their illusion of control. They are like shadows in a flickering candle flame, twisting and trembling as the truth begins to shine, desperately trying to vanish into darkness. Another powerful tactic is to set boundaries with surgical precision. Think of boundaries as razor wire fences around your mental landscape. Do not tolerate breaches. If they lie, call them out with icy clarity. "That's a lie. Nice try, though." If they try guilt-tripping you, respond with a laugh and say, "Wow, that's creative. Did you come up with that all by yourself?" Their tactics rely on your compliance. Break that compliance and watch their facade crack like cheap porcelain. And here's the real kicker. Never forget that most manipulators are cowards hiding behind masks of confidence. The bravest thing you can do is to expose their cowardice with your silence and your indifference. They're like bullies in a dark alley, big and loud until you shine the flashlight of your unmoved stare. Then, they're just a bunch of trembling shadows. Remember, the goal isn't to beat them at their own game. It's to make the game irrelevant. To destroy them without fighting means to be the unbreakable mirror, reflecting their ugliness back at them until they see themselves for what they truly are. Petty tyrants with no power but the illusion of control. When you stop giving them reactions, you take away their fuel. When you stop playing their game, they're left holding a deck of cards with no jokers, useless and exposed. In conclusion, my dear, the secret to destroying these manipulators without fighting is to become the ghost in their machine, silent, unseen, and utterly unbothered. They thrive on your reactions, your confusion, your helplessness. Withhold your reactions and observe as their carefully crafted illusions disintegrate like a mirage evaporating at the first touch of reality. Be the cold wind that blows away their masks, the unyielding rock that erodes their foundation. Because in the end, the greatest victory is not to destroy them physically, but to unmask their lies, strip them of power, and leave them stumbling in the ruins of their own deception. And remember, the best revenge is living well without them. Thank you for watching, my dear, and remember, look after yourselves. Keep your boundaries sharp, your mind clear, and never let the shadows manipulate your light. Stay vigilant, stay cold, and never forget. Your power lies in your ability to remain unbreakable. Until next time, take care.